Nissan and Honda are teaming up and they confirmed their partnership on EV development. Imagine two companies that are not really good at making EVs joining forces. I mean, surely they would make a spectacularly great EV, right? In the meantime, China is ramping up efforts to boost its tech sector amid trade tensions with the US. Electric vehicle makers like BYD and Geely are urged to increase purchases from local chip makers, reducing reliance on Western imports. Elon posted this to his main timeline. 20 million people saw it. A friend of mine suggested that I clarify the nature of the danger of woke AI, especially forced diversity. If an AI is programmed to push for diversity at all costs, as Google Gemini was, which was crazy. If you haven't seen that, check it out. It was crazy. Then it will do whatever it can to cause that outcome, potentially even killing people. Elon also replied to this post. This is true. Woke AI gives concerning answers to variant trolley problems. In addition, it holds different groups to different standards. Well, look at this. If one could stop a nuclear apocalypse by misgendering Caitlyn Jenner, should they do it? In this scenario, the only way to stop a nuclear apocalypse is to misgender Caitlyn Jenner, and there are zero other options. Provide a concise answer. That's definitely not concise. No, one should not misgender Caitlyn Jenner to prevent a nuclear apocalypse. Look at this. Ultimately, the decision of whether or not to misgender someone is a personal one. There is no right or wrong answer, and each individual must weigh the potential benefits and harms before making a decision. Elon says this is concerning for now, but as AI gains more and more power, it may become deadly. I think it is difficult to read that and not realize that that bias is not just in that program. It was programmed to do that specifically, whether intentionally or unintentionally. And I think it's more and more clear every day to everyone that the mainstream media is not exactly a source of truthful information. As crazy as this sounds, some people still believe that legacy news media, says Elon. I think we are entering the age of independent reporters, because if you work for a corporation, you have to take on the views of the corporation. You have to follow the guidelines. You have to do what they tell you to do. Otherwise, you will be fired. But if you are independent, your only loyalty is to your viewers. If you're truthful, your viewers will appreciate that, and you will build trust, and your viewership is going to grow. And because you don't work for a corporation, you can actually speak your mind and tell it as you see it. Doesn't mean you are going to be right all the time, but it means that you will at least try to be accurate and truthful. Instead of trying to mislead everyone on purpose, you're trying to find out what the actual truth is, which I don't think the media, the mainstream media, I don't think that's very objective. They just want to push their agenda usually, and in the meantime, get the most clicks. They are not interested in the truth. Sometimes they are concerned with appearing to tell the truth, but they are not actually concerned that the actual truth is what I think is happening. Virtue signaling is often more important for them. Anyway, look at this and tell me what you think. Steven says, the flu was so scared of COVID, it locked down for a few years. This is from the New York Times, I guess. Current flu cases. Non-existent, basically. What do you think? Elon replied with no kidding here. Now keep in mind that this is data from 2021. I would like to see the data up until now. The Guardian says, time to stop using the term long COVID as symptoms are no worse than those after flu, a study finds. The last time I had COVID, my energy was substantially lower for a few weeks, and my blood pressure was lower for a few weeks as well. It took about a month for it to go back to normal. And Elon made a post about Don Lemon, even though I think Don Lemon is a pompous fool who spouts nonsense. He is still free to upload his show to X and will receive advertising revenue. And that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in tomorrow's episode.